Welcome in, YouTube crew. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. What do you mean offline? No sound detected. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome in, people. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me just fuck his table view. Let me just I don't know what table view is. I've never seen that on there before. Remove 1,400 drawings. I can't lie, that might be worthwhile. That might be worthwhile. Holy smokes. Yeah, that could be worthwhile. Okay, I just want to change the settings back so we can see our... There we go. Yo, Josh, what's going on, man? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in, my man. Hope you're good. Tweaking the headset a little bit. Okay, so I'm just looking at low point here where we came below, and then price action essentially stayed within this little range until we closed out here, which gives us pretty easy high to track running it, and then we're in a bullish range right now. So following that basis, we have more probability of downside because we've got the COT data at 73% on British pound, and we've also got the daily bias, which is bearish. So collectively, they're offering a very high probability in terms of the bias. So we're going to wait for a shift to happen here. We're going to wait for a shift to come down below this low. I believe we have a couple of news events today. We'll find out in a second. Quite literally a couple. We've got two. So we've got ADP employment change and the Japanese trade balance. So couple of news events. Nothing too crazy. With this line, we're just going to set an alert on it right here. I'm going to set it to less than and open-ended. Trigger once. Yeah, perfect. So, same basis follows over into this. Once we have a shift down into the lows, we can then start looking for that bearish bias to come into play with the COT data in place as well. Remember that we're not sitting here trying to go long on this because it's currently bullish. We're going to wait for a bearishness. I say wait for a bearishness, doesn't make sense. Wait for a bearish element to present itself, and then we can look for confirmations in our direction within that bearishness. Yeah, simple as that. Let's go to gold. Okay, so with gold as well, we're actually already bearish here on gold. I looked at this morning, and we have this low. So let's get where's my tool? Here. We have this low right here, which is the last target. We've just hit that. This high and this low were the last points in price action where we were bullish. So this is where we're expecting price to go bearish from. So if we highlight this as an area, do I have a box on here? Oh yeah. You see, that is the point that we were looking at for price to be bearish within in terms of highest probability. And you can see within here, we're actually bearish on the 5 because this is the 5-minute high and that's the 5-minute low. So we were bearish on the 5. And then we look at what the 1 minute's showing us up here. Wait for it to shift. And it's in this point here that we actually saw the shift in direction for the price action. We had an initial shift here. So price came in. We closed below this low. This was at 7:30 a.m. So it was relatively early. We closed here. We had a tap in and a run, which would have incurred a break even. Then we had price action come back up above this high. So you can follow it here. And then this is the low that we closed below. So we didn't actually close below that until here. So your whole entry would have been within this. Not a huge trade if you were looking to follow it. It's just down here like this. I've literally got one here. I don't know why I keep going over there. It'd be like this. See what I mean? It's not a huge return there. But at the end of the day, if you're trading with less than 1R, then that works. For me, I'm not trading with less than 2.5 really. Oi, oi. Yeah, what's going on, man? It is crazy. It's crazy that no one else is doing it. Show. Quest free, mate. Right, let me see one here. Yeah, we're vibing out as well. We're vibing in. We've got the Northern Lights chilling, vibing. We've got Trading View. We've got the chat right here. I did have a YouTube window, but I weren't watching it, so there's no point in it being open. You know what I mean? Send in. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I've said this before. Exactly like the fucking peanut thing. Everyone's doing that now. I guarantee, give it 6 months, everyone will be doing it. Give it 6 months. And your boy will be the Oracle, the OG, the original. This looks good. This looks good. Can't lie. This is the high. So this high point right here, this is the high point that we were looking for price action to continue down from. It came down beautifully. We closed below this low. Follow it back to the last pivotal high, which brings you back to the same high. On the 5 minute, that's our bearish range as well. So if we see another 1 minute entry in here, we can actually look to sell this down. Guys, remember, if you haven't already hit that follow button, it helps me out a million. We're trying to get to 5k. Trying to get to 5k. This forever. Don't think I've ever heard this tune before. Okay, so if we close above this high, we can look to sell down if we shift lower again. Or if you haven't already hit that follow button, guys, make sure you do. Double tap the screen if you could, guys. We're on 0 likes right now, which is diabolical work. That's diabolical work. 0 likes on a free content live stream? That's crazy. That's crazy right there. The vibe. Wait for the close, wait for the close. So remember, we got hour and 50 minutes till we've got the ADP employment change, which it's not a crazy news event, but it's still have to be aware of it. I don't remember setting an alert for that. We'll go to it anyway. This doesn't really help us, to be honest. We're still looking for the 15-minute. Sometime today would be great. 15-minute. Fuck mine. People are still gambling. It's not gambling if you have a data-backed edge. What's the symbol? Oh yeah, 1 second. Let me change this. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Canvas. Yeah. B's and G's, welcome in. Holy load times. What's going on here? Welcome in. Okay. I think what we're going to do in a minute. Welcome in, YouTube crew. What we're going to do in a minute is we're going to be doing a lesson on dynamics and pivotal dynamics. You guys can understand the way that we track these pivotals, how they're relevant, why they're relevant, and then you can obviously use that to expand your own knowledge. That's what I'm thinking of anyway for today. Okay, so as I said before, we're looking for a close below this low. That's going to shift us into a bearish narrative. We'll wait for that to happen. Let's have a look at our other pairs. Oh yeah, gold. Yeah. Welcome in. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. YouTube crew, how you doing? Guys, if you'd rather see the full screen version of this, you can go over to YouTube and check that out. See, it could just continue selling without closing above that high, which is fine. It's just not something that we're going to be able to chase. We're not chasing the entries. Remember, we're looking for confirmation around what our bias is telling us. By the way, this daily bias indicator, you can go and get that completely free. Link in the bio. All of these pairs are going to offer potential entries. We just have to wait for them to align with our bias and with the data that price action is showing us. Let's go to USD CAD. I've been looking at this lately. So USD CAD here, we've got a 61% short on CAD and a 57%, sorry, a 61% long and a 57% short on USD. which means we're more likely to see a longer movement happening. No, actually, we look more likely to see price action going lower because they're long in the CAD, which means it's giving the strength to the CAD, which means the value of the USD to the CAD is going to drop. So we have a bullish bias which doesn't actually align with what the COT data is telling us. It's not a big deal, but at the same time, it means the relevance there is less. So we still have to look for the probability basis of where we sit right now. And we are actually in a bullish bias already. So this range from this pivotal high to this pivotal low, that is currently the range that we sit in within the 15-minute, which is bullish. So we can go to the 5-minute and we can track to see what the 5-minute's saying. It's actually saying the same thing because we've got the same low, we've got the same high. Then we can look at the 1-minute for shifts in order flow to potentially follow that up into this high here. That'll be the high that we'll be looking at right there. To trade above that high. I don't know what these tunes are. I don't know what kind of playlist this is playing off of. But what is it? It's where we stand right now. Hey. Okay, this is a relatively complex piece of price action across here. It's not huge, but it is relatively complex. So we're going to start from over here. This is your low, this is your high. We close below the low. Price comes down. We close above the high. See what I mean? This is the low. We close below the low. We come down. We don't close below the low. We close... we do close below the low, actually, here. Then we come back up and close up the high. So it's literally gone high, low, high, low, high. It's chopping. So chop. Come up above the high right here. This ends up being your high point, which we close above. But it defaults back to this low. So from here, we close above the high, and that leads us into this low here. Then we've closed below this now, so this is actually a bearish range right now. This is the high currently. That's exactly what we're looking at right there. Euro A. Okay, same thing on Euro A. Ugh, look at that range. That's disgusting, lad. It's absolutely disgusting, eh? I don't know where it's pulling these tunes from. I don't know if it's just like random, just playing random songs. Get a little house mix rocking, shall we? See if this is a good tune or not. Watch that. No. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. If you are in the live right now, make sure you're double tapping that screen. Make sure you're hitting that follow button. It costs nothing, but it helps me a million. I'm just doing what I would normally do, regardless of whether I'm live streaming or not. I just take the time to show you guys what I'm doing. Explain things to people that don't understand. Hopefully prevent some people from falling for the Instagram guru BS that is everywhere right now. Because trading's not an easy career. It's not something that you should be doing lightly. should only be done if you have the correct data behind you, the correct education and understanding of what you're actually doing, and then you can actually trade with probability and consistency within an ultra competitive money driven market. Everything outside of that is BS. If you go and have a look at TJR's fucking the latest video about him, apparently he's been lying for the last 5 years or however many years he's been doing it for. Are we surprised? Not really. Not really. No, 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 no. Not really. The fuck is this? Why I'm literally seeing a black screen right now. Okay, that's. Are we broken? Are we broken right now? Are we still streaming or no? Right, what's going on then? Right. Alright, hold on, people. Technical difficulties. Right, I can't see what is going on with any of the streams. Okay, YouTube seems to be running still. TikTok, you're running as well. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Hold on. That's the weirdest thing I've had happen to me. Is it was just shut down the desktop completely? Really? Well. Well, welcome to how I set my streams up. because for whatever reason, it all just went to shit. Okay. Right, we're back to a certain degree. Please stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Yo, what's going on? Okay. Right, we're back. We just had like a really weird fucking. Alright, should we try again? Okay, we're back. Holy smokes. That was the weirdest thing. And now my mouse isn't working. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're good. YouTube crew. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. I just need to lock this 1 second. 1 second. Two seconds. Lock. There we go. Hopefully that shit don't move now. Wait, yeah, staying still. Cool, right. Looking to buy. 1 second, Simon. We've just had some technical difficulties, so I'll tell you exactly what we're looking to do in a second, my man. So Euro USD, we're bearish on this. At the moment, we are running in a bullish narrative, so it's not necessarily an environment that we're going to be able to trade in right this second. But we're not too worried about that because we can align it to see where our bias is. This is not fucking house music. Is it? No. $5K exactly on gold? Just drop below. So we had a beautiful sell-off, and this is what I was saying earlier. We are already in a bearish condition. We already have a bearish bias. Price action itself has continued going bearish. It hasn't delivered what we wanted to see, which was a close above the high and then a continuation lower, but it has delivered a beautiful expansion down, which is a great example of what we talk about on a daily basis, which is instead of trying to follow reversal basis, try and follow continuation basis. But you can track the lower time frame reversals within the continuation. So instead of trying to just constantly track reversals across multiple time frames, follow continuations on 90% of your time frames and then track the continuation of that. What's going on, Cody? Welcome in, man. This is beautiful. This actually, believe it or not, is not the most beautiful. Can you show the views though? That's the views. It's not really that crazy. I'll show you a better view actually. This is my preferable view. 1 second and I'll show you it. This is my preferable view. This one. Much better. You've got the waterfalls, you've got the birds. I mean, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Although that's the only thing, it seems to struggle a little bit of keeping it in the right place. Trade Forex? Yes, mate. Yep. Just wanna... There we go. I'm not really happy with the way this screen's placed, I'll be honest. Don't know why I can't seem to get it where I want it. That's fine. I did such a rookie mistake today on USD JPY EU Open. 1 second, let me just stretch this out. Do you still trade the same Orion system, daily bias, 4-hour liquidity, 15-minute money in? We do trade that system, but I use the order flow system now, which is based off of pivotals. It happens though, Cody. The only reason you're going to be able to, not the reason, but the only way you're going to be able to avoid that is having a completely data-backed system and a completely disciplined rule set, which you can learn here in the live streams, and you can learn it from the long-form content as well. And if you want to grab yourself some of the indicators that we use, for example, the daily bias indicator, this is gold, for example, and you've seen we've had beautiful sales all day on gold so far. You can get that completely free with the link in my bio. In terms of the higher time frame Orion system, the reason I don't use it as much is because it wasn't offering me enough entries. I don't use enough time before entering. Make too quick decisions. Yeah, the thing is, what we want to do is we want to separate our human brain, which is over here, with I'll tell you what, I'll do some beautiful drawings so you can understand exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so what we don't want to be doing is we don't want to be relying on this. Okay, this is a picture of your brain. As you can see, grade A artwork. Artwork? Grade A artwork. Okay, right, and then we have the market in the middle. Okay, and then we have your rules. Okay. Absolutely. Oh yes, that is the pinnacle of writing on TradingView. So we have our brain and our feelings and our thoughts. Then we have the market which sits in between, and then we have our rule set. Okay? Now, our rule set should dictate every single action that we take. Your brain should only execute the rule set. So our brain never thinks about the market and makes decisions about the market. It completely skips this and goes straight to the rules. Then when it feels a certain way, it completely bypasses it again and goes to the rules. The rules dictate all of your actions within the market itself, and your brain serves nothing more than a vessel of action, and that action is to execute the rules that you already have in place. There is no, I think this, the market's saying this, maybe I'll follow the rules. It's literally rules that dictate your brain's actions within the market. Your feelings are irrelevant. There is no space for feelings. Why? Because we are in a completely numerically driven industry, in a completely numerically driven environment. So if we are actually expecting a consistent long-term outcome from actions within a data-driven environment, we can only expect that using a data-based action. That's it. This is why whenever you... I feel like I'm in a classroom. It's the idea, brother. Whenever you have a thought, so you think to yourself, oh, okay, maybe I think this is going to happen, or maybe I think this is going to happen. Those thoughts are only given to you if you don't already have a system that is providing answers to you. Your system gives you answers, and it tells you your answer to every single question. For example, let me give you an example of this. Today, we're going to go to Euro or British Pound. Okay, we'll go to British Pound. Today, I want to know what direction I am likely going to be trading British Pound to USD in if it gives me an entry. I'll click it. Immediately, our rule-based system, which is put into an indicator, is telling us bearish. So we already know what direction we are going to trade in. So I shouldn't really think exactly. Because we're using a mechanical brain, which is our rule set. Our rule set does all of the thinking and all of the answering for us. So I just said, didn't I? What direction are we going to be trading this in? Well, it'll be bearish if any direction. Okay, so what do we need to potentially get this bearish trade? Well, we need to go to our first time frame, which is the 15-minute, and this validates our directional movement for the current trading range that we are in. Now, as you can see, we are currently moving bullish within here. We've got a pivotal low, we've got a pivotal high. Price action previous to this has chopped down and gone higher, and we've gone bullish again, right? So what do we need to see now for this to be valid for us? Are we just going to sell it from this high? No, because we're not letting our mechanical brain do the thinking. The mechanical brain tells us that we're bearish, tells us that we need to see a bearish movement to the downside. How do we validate this? Closing below the low. So already we said, what direction do we think we could be trading in? Okay, we know we're going to be trading bearish if we trade it. What do we need to see that bearishness? We need to see a close below the low. Now, because we haven't seen a close below the low, is there any other questions that we could possibly ask? Thank you, Cody, for the follow. Is there any other questions we could possibly ask? Does anyone else have any questions that they want to ask to the mechanical brain? I'm just going to regurgitate the answer that they will give you. So please do ask me, because the answer you get is going to be what my system tells me. It's not going to be what I think. So we know what direction we're going to trade in. We know where we need to go for a trade to be given. If there's no questions, the reason for that is because our system's telling us everything we need to know. Yeah. We don't have to have a thought process in between. The elements in price give us the rules, and then the basis is followed through with our system, right? That's literally it. There is no in between. Okay. And don't forget, guys, this is a completely free form of education right here. It's completely free. Thank you for the follow. I'm just getting the notification sound started up here. Bear with me. Welcome in, YouTube crew. The bias indicator called? It's called Orion Daily Bias Indicator. If you just go to the link in my bio, Pim, you'll find it on there. I'll show you. So if we go to the link in the bio, it will lead you to this. It will lead you to here. It will lead you to this page, link in my bio. Okay, it will lead you to this page. You can go to the indicators. And then from here, you can go to the daily bias indicator. You can see it costs £0. When you click on it, add to chart. And when you click it, it's going to take you directly to the TradingView link for it. And you're going to be able to add it to your chart. That's the easiest way to do it. Saves you searching, saves you doing all that kind of stuff. You're just going to be able to do it straight from there. Sometime today would be awesome. What are we on currently? I think we're on best, I think. Not sure. Oh, we're right on top of this plant. Why are we sitting on top of this plant? There we go. Much better. Yo, Joshin, what's going on, brother? How accurate is it? Why wouldn't you just look for higher time frame bullish or bearish confluences to find bias? It's a data-backed system, mate. It's free, so go and give it a try and you'll see how accurate it is. The bias is bearish on gold today, and all we've seen today is price sell. So I'll show you the last time. I don't know if the squares are on or not. The bearishness, not the bearishness, but the, here, look. So our indicator has been calling for bearishness since here. So it's been calling bearish for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. And what's price done in that time? Gone down. It called bullish during all of this price action. So it called bullish for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days before that. 13 days before that. And then previously as well, it called bearish here. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of bearishness. Then it went bullish again. It called bullish through all of this push to the upside. Go and give it a go. It's completely free. You've got nothing to lose by trying it. Worst case, you don't like it. You know what I mean? Again, it's not... And this is what I need to really... not even remember, but 95% of people take indicators and they throw everything else out the window and they say, oh, well, the indicator tells me to sell, so I'm just going to sell. Well, it's not as simple as just how accurate is it. The basis of it is, have we got confluence within our system to back up what it's telling us? Okay, it's not about following it blindly and expecting the outcome to be probable. It's about understanding that every single part of the market has to align with what we believe to be the most probable direction. So if we've got an indicator telling us that, the only thing it does is saves us analysing the higher time frame. We don't analyse the higher time frame. We'll just follow the time frame through our confirmation and entry time frames. Then, if the probability still stands that we're likely to be bearish, then we will follow it bearish, right? As simple as that. We don't hunt the entries because the indicator's telling us that it could happen. We follow the basis because our system is aligning with what the bias indicator tells us. I don't know why YouTube's being weird. If you just sell at every instance because the indicator is telling you to sell, that's not. There's a reason why people don't generally only trade with it, just trade off of one indicator or just trade off of one basis, because you need a collective data pool to add probability to it. Kicking in open doors, mate. What do you mean by that? Yes, little chicken. Right, what I am going to need you boys to do is run up them likes right now. We're on 175 likes and there's 12 people in it. Come on now. Everything you're seeing in here is completely free. I'm not asking you for a penny, but what we'll ask you for is a couple of taps of that screen. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Well, we got a serious lurker problem right now. We got 5 people watching on the outside and 4 people that are actually in the live stream. That's Lurkerville right there. Euro GBP. So with the Euro GBP, we're trying to look for a bearish move, right? We spoke about this earlier. Because of this open gap, it's kind of awkward in the way that it's delivered, but we're looking at it as a close above, then that's your low, and price action continued down from here. That was your high to low. We closed below it, closed back above the high that caused that close. That took us into a bullish movement. The low for the bullish movement as well continued. So this stayed the low until it continued to stay the low. That's the high, that's the low. So we're in a bullish range currently with this. Pim, I don't know what you mean by kicking in open doors. Go back to gold here. Bro just drops a cryptic comment and then fucking runs. If you haven't already hit that follow button, make sure you do. Okay, let's get some entries then, shall we? Voodoo, some kind of voodoo dummy. Yo, thank you for the share. I appreciate it. Oh, we was meant to be booting that up, weren't we? As if this is still going. That's definitely bugged, mate. Thank you. Here we go. Connect to live stream. Thank you for the follow. Although I do want to actually change this back to what it was earlier. Every time it fucking skews. I will do those. I'm going to move this over here. What the fuck is that? Brother. Get off. Oh, well. Little bit smaller. Beautiful. We'll bring this in a little bit. I could actually just use my hands for this. I don't want the news. I want this window. Give me the fucking window. There we go. Much better. Welcome in, welcome in. Guys, if you haven't already hit that follow button, make sure you do. If you haven't already tapped that screen, make sure you do as well. I will love you endlessly. Okay. So, one of the entry models that we have been showcasing over the private sessions that we've been hosting within the Discord is the money in, money out lower time frame range trading system. And this is a variation of the pivotal high, pivotal low basis, which ultimately is this. You track time frames within their current movement. Okay? For this time frame, for example, that's a diabolical 5. The 5 minute, right? That's the basis of what I'm talking about right now. Okay? So what you'll do is you'll find a high and you'll find a low, say. It doesn't necessarily have to be a low in place. You can just look for a bearish range. Obviously, you don't have to have a low for it to be a bearish range. You could just close below a low and you'd be running in a bearish direction. So, following the same bias as that and the same principle of that, within the lower time frame, you're looking for a 1 minute, okay, a 1 minute money out or money in within here, and then you use that area as a point to trade away from down to the low. Yeah, that's what we're looking to do. So now when I come back over to here, so I'll close this down. We will talk about more basis of this in a minute. But you can see here, if we were doing it as we were through these points, we would have had an entry here. Down to the low, which is beautiful. And we'd be looking for potentially another entry as well. Down to the low. Yeah, that's what we'd be looking for. But again, it's not about just taking every trade blindly. It's about understanding the direction of the current range, understanding the direction of your bias, understanding the basis that because it is a relatively high frequent system, it's not going to give you the highest outcomes. It's not about having high hit rates, it's about having consistent entry. One of the indicators from the Orion system that we are working on finalizing at the moment is the Orion lower time frame bias indicator, which I will show you guys a little bit later. How's everyone been? Has everyone been good? I feel like you guys are seeing a lot of black screen at the top here. I wish it wouldn't be so fucking awkward. We just have it huge. I'm only joking, we're not having it huge. We're going to have it back here where it was. Otherwise, it's not a usable size on the playback. Look at that tap in. Holy. You boys saw me set it up. This is fucking annoying me right now. Would you think me? There we go. Right. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Beautiful. Let me know. Let's go to the 5 minute here. You. Keep looking up the top, but I literally have all the tools I need here. Okay, how long till we got the news? Hour and 7 minutes, still a little while. One of the important things to focus on as well is currently the geopolitical situations that are going on and obviously the conflict that we're seeing. There's a lot of stuff that happens outside of the scheduled news events. So what's this here? As Iran attacks US, drop stock, oil, increase oil pressure, euro market, alright. Stock futures sank as oil prices rebounded following strikes on major energy infrastructures in the US. Fuel. You know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing that these two are beginning to be one thing, which is kind of a red flag to me. I don't know about that, but kind of seems a bit of a red flag. Why is it that they refer to them as one entity? Sus. Sussy. Sussy, sussy. Okay. Change this to 15-minute. Should align. Indeed. I won't get rid of that. Whoa! Jesus. Don't want that. 15-minute. That right? That is right. About this. Huh? Okay. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. That's ran that. Ran down through the load here. Who we got in the live stream right now? Welcome in, welcome in. If you are new, you're not followers, make sure you hit that follow button. You know the thing that is not good, the fact that you all have zeros against your name. Come on now. Add some points to that. Double tap that screen, hit that follow button. If you've got a penny spare, send a little gift for the algorithm. Obviously, you don't have to. There is no compulsory, completely free entertainment, so make the most of that. But, of course, make the most of me being here. You can ask questions. If you want to learn about my system, ask me. If you want to learn about the data-backed edge that we use, ask me. If you want to learn about the rule base, if you want to learn about the indicators, if you want to learn about anything, ask me. Also, if you go to the link in my bio, you can book a call with me completely free at a time that you wish, and we can talk about any particular thing that you may want. Great song. And my mouse has just disappeared, and it appears on the right hand monitor for some reason. Okay, 1 second, boys. Can't seem to get the headset position comfy today. Where's my mouse keeps disappearing into the abyss. That's where it keeps going. That is also there we go. Okay, so for some reason I don't know why, but that is picking up as there we go. That's better. That's why it was confusing me. It kept disappearing up when I've got no windows above. Well, thanks, number 7. I appreciate you, bro. Big love. For the hate for no reason. Free energy. Appreciate it. Weird flex, but okay. Proper weird flex. Is there anybody with a spare pack of tissues for 7 in the chat? We've got this here. Who have we got in the chat right now? Yo, Hoggy, what's going on, brother? What's going on, people? Hope everyone's good. How you doing, man? Hope you're good. Okay, so price action on GU is still running bullish currently. Our bearish bias is in play, so I'm just going to wait for it to shift bearish if it wants to. Obviously, it doesn't have to. Good stuff, brother. I'm glad you're well. Appreciate you coming in, man. Popping in, saying hi. Thinking about making a YouTube video today. I don't really know what to make the YouTube video on, though. That's the problem. I've been trading for over 5 years now, mate. Yeah, I've been trading for over 5 years. I did have my account up on my screen. I was showing everyone my profit curves and everything not that long ago. And then TikTok were like, yeah, instant ban. So we shan't be doing that again. It kind of cracks me up because I was giving a level of transparency that 90% of people on this platform don't do. You know, showing the losses, showing the wins, showing the profit curve, showing my ratio of profitability on different pairs. And TikTok banned me. But then you also have like people that are literally scamming on this platform that don't get banned. You know what I mean? I find it wild. You swing on day trade? With day trade, man. Yeah. I mean, most of the time, it comes into. It's like a middle ground where it's not scalping, but it's also not day trading. It's like an in between. And then sometimes it will trail over into the swing trading and day trading section because it will run for longer than it should. Well, not longer than it should, but it runs longer than we'd like it to. So, yeah, we're like in between. We're in between scalping and day trading. It's like a hybrid model, essentially. That's the beauty of it. Let's see if we get a close above this on the 5. Looks like we will. We'll see. I'm honestly still thinking about just streaming on a different platform because YouTube, I've been live for an hour and I've got 0 viewers. It's like, YouTube don't put you on to no one. Don't put you on to no one. What about yourself? How long have you been trading? YouTube have no discovery, that's why. I know, but I used to stream on it a lot and I used to get like, I had like 200 plus people in there at one point. And then I left streaming for like 6 months just because I didn't, it was just wearing me down. I was doing it every day for the sake of doing it. And the problem was, back then, I had no infrastructure around me. So because I was giving everyone free content on YouTube, I was just spending my time giving free content and people didn't appreciate it. People would come into the live stream and be like, oh, tell me how to do this or whatever. And I'm like, people literally charge you extortionate amounts to teach this information. Or you could just go and watch a video on YouTube about it, right? But I walked away because it was just exhausting. And there's too much negativity in the industry. How to use the money in, money out. So you use it in confluence with your trading system, mate. Use it in confluence with your trading system. Social media reward consistency and hates the moment you take a break. I know, right? Yeah, so you should use it in line with your system, Hoggy. So I don't know what rule set you're using, but for me, for example, I will use, let's say, so here, right? I will use it in the basis of, let's say we've got price action moving lower and we're looking at this move. For example, we're looking here for potential orders to be in place. When it comes back into here, if it gives you a money out, you will sell it, for example, if your bias is sell. Or let's say you're trading the Orion system, right? And you have price shifting higher and it's bullish, yeah? You will look for the point of the market shifting to deliver a money in, for example. And then you will use that money in to trade off of, or you'll use it as confluence for higher or lower time frames. The same basis goes with the actual money in or money out itself. So let's say we've got a money out here. Okay, if price comes back into here, you will use lower time frame confirmation within that money out to then potentially sell or buy, right? How do you see anything? Well, it's not just white. That's the thing. It's not just white. We've got an indicator on there, which is the order flow indicator. See? So we do have colored candles, but they're only specific candles are colored. So it's specific candles within a specific rule set, which gives confluence to, again, what we look at and how we expect price action to move. For example, here, right? You see how we've ran these lows? And this candle is the darkest colored candle. Thank you for the follow, by the way. This is the darkest colored candle, right? This tells us this is where the volume's picking up. So the fact that it's happened after a liquid sweep is a good sign. It's more likely to see a continuation higher. That's the basis of what we do. Hoggy, let me know if that was helpful at all, mate. But that's the basis of how you use it. You use it with a confluence of your system. Did I just have a fucking ban thing pop up there? Is that what that was? Yeah, so it's really important. Obviously, we have a system already in place. So is your strat indicator driven? No. The strategy is where the indicators have come from. So the strategy is higher time frame bias. So you use the daily time frame to define either a bullish or bearish movement. This is based off of inefficiency and directional momentum. Okay, we then use whatever the time frame shows us. So let's say bullish. We use this as our filter for the day's price action. We then come down to the 15-minute and we're looking for bullish ranges within the 15-minute. If we get this, we go down to the 5-minute. The 5-minute, we look for bullish ranges again to confirm what's being told in the 15-minute and the daily. Then we look for an order flow switch within the 1 minute to transfer into that higher time frame. So we have a collective of daily, 15-minute, 5-minute, 1 minute, all facing the same direction. Then we add in a couple of other confluence parts to that, and that's where the system comes from. So each element you can see is an item of this system, because the system is completely rule-based. There's no discretion in it. So because there's no discretion, it allows us to extract it and apply it to an indicator basis and create an indicator from that. But what we're not doing is we're not blindly just buying at money ins or selling at money outs. we're only going to be using them as confluences, for example. Did you catch trade just day? I don't trade Mondays, mate. Don't trade Mondays. Mondays is my day that I spend it with my son. Okay, so we've run bullish here on when was the last day you took a trade? Last day I took a trade, I think it was Friday. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. Pretty sure. The thing is, if I pull my MetaTrader up, I'm going to get banned, so I can't even pull it up to look. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. If I can find it, I can't remember what pair it was on. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. Pretty sure it was on gold. I might be wrong. I can't actually remember. The problem is I spend so much time teaching and doing lots of different things that I don't really tend to focus too much on when I took my last trade or what it is, because I'm so mechanical now that there's no thought process in it anymore. It's just what's it telling me? Okay, cool, on you move. Maybe it was GU. How many trades a week? On average, 5. It averages 5. That's over the space of about a year. It averages 5 trades a week. But obviously you have the basis of the same thing where some trades, some weeks it's less, some weeks it's more. I'm just trying to find the entry on... I can't remember what pair it was on, man. Is it on Euro? I'm pretty sure it was Friday last time we took a trade. Pretty sure. And the reason I say that is because I remember being in the shooting range and we had a trade running. Although I'm not seeing any. Oh, I could check. Yeah, I'm gonna get banned though if I pull that up. That's the problem. Let me pull up the last trade I documented on Discord. Then that will have the information with it, so I won't need to hunt for it. Have you got any videos explaining how to execute the trades on money in, money out? Well, this is what I explained earlier to Hoggy, is that it's not a standalone system. It's an extracted system from our strategy. So the basis is you use it in confluence with whatever you already trade. Now I do have a couple of systems that run from it, and I will walk you through those in a second if the Discord decides to wake up. Thank you. But the important thing is going on here, man. Give me the Discord. Thank you. Okay, so the important thing is, this is Liam, by the way. Liam works full time, but he spent about 5 hours with me learning one-to-one, and you can see the trades he's taken. Beautifully clean, waiting for the... See, look, the daily bias is bullish. He waits for the structure to shift bearish to bullish, and he trades bullish in line with it. It's exactly what he's looking to do. Exactly the same thing here. Same basis. Exactly the same here. Same basis. He trades the exact same system that I do. 3rd of March. I mean, that was fucking ages ago. We can go to the 3rd of March, but that's not the last trade I took. Unless we're in the wrong chat. The 5th as well. That's definitely not last trade. That's definitely not last trade. Okay, so we'll go to the 3rd on GU. Show you it. Welcome in, welcome in. Show you the 3rd. Pretty sure these are a different entry model, I think. This is, I'm pretty sure this is valid. Although I definitely didn't take that. Pretty sure I would have remembered taking that. Let me just double check and make sure this is valid, because me and the team have been testing a couple other variations of a different system, and I think it could be that. But we'll double check. No, this is a valid entry. This is a valid entry. Exactly the same as this. Okay. Let me just change the... Let me just change this so that the visibility on the 15-minute... Yeah. Okay, right. So, this is what we're going to be walking through top to bottom here. I'll get rid of this so that we'll also reduce this down in... We'll reduce this down in size, he says. Give me the fucking reducer button. There we go. Thank you. Much better. So, this is what we're looking at. Price action right here. On the 15-minute. Our daily bias is bullish. We're looking for bullishness within the 15-minute, right? Because we're looking for bullishness within the 15-minute, we have price action running bearish here. We close below the low. This becomes your valid low. Thank you for the follow. This becomes your valid low. We close below this valid low. Then we close above the high that caused that push to the downside, right? This is tracking pivotal highs. We establish a new low. We establish a new high. This, I believe, is a valid entry within here, but we're going to talk about this one. Then we go higher again, right? So we're now traveling in the 15-minute in line with the 15-minute bias, the daily bias, sorry, but on the 15-minute. So because we're traveling bullish here, it tells us we have an opportunity to potentially follow what our bias is showing. Then we can come down to the 5-minute. And you can see the 5-minute here, we close below the low. This becomes your high. We close above the high. So within this price action, unless we close above this pivotal, which doesn't happen here, or unless we close below here, we're bullish on the daily. Thank you for the follow. We're bullish on the 15-minute. We're bullish on the 5-minute, right? So we now have to confirm our final point of data. What's our final point of data? Our entry time frame. Thank you for the share. Our final point of data is the entry time frame, which is the 1 minute. We'll come down to the 1 minute. And what are we looking for here? Let me rewind it because our entry is down here. Okay. So we've confirmed 15-minute, 5-minute, 1 minute. 15-minute, 5-minute daily. We're now looking to confirm the 1 minute. So all we're doing is the same thing. We're looking for the direction that the current price action is moving in based off of pivotal highs and lows. Following the basis of this, we're looking to confirm our daily bias along with the other data sets that we have in place. So how do we do this? Well, very simply, if you can find a high point or a low point, doesn't really matter, track it forwards from there. Okay, we're going to show you nice and close and in detail. So that's a very deep dark shadow. Okay. So as you can see here, we closed above this high. We then look for the last valid low that caused the close above this high. Follow it back. It brings us to here, this low right here. Okay. Then this low is closed below. So it means price has shifted from bullish to bearish, right? We've closed below. So when we close below or above a high, we're tracking the last point that caused price action to do that. So from here, we're closing below. We're going to follow price action back until we find a valid pivotal high, which is here. Then we know we're bearish. So because we're bearish, we're not looking, thank you for the share by the way, we're not looking to just trade this bearish, we're looking for a bullish continuation, right? We've confirmed it on the higher time frames, we've confirmed it on the 15 minute, we've confirmed it on the 5. So all we're going to do is we're going to track the pivotals so we have a point of reference. And what is the reference point we're looking for? We're looking for the high or low that is going to dictate price action direction for us. So from here, this is the low we established after we closed below. Okay, this is the low we established. We continue to run lower. What do we ask ourselves? What do we ask ourselves? When price action, the pair's right here by the way, when price action runs below a low or above a high, what is the opposite high or low that's relevant for that? So here, what caused this close below? Follow it back. This pivotal right here. This is the pivotal high that was produced at the point of this being closed, meaning it is the point of order flow that is responsible for this closure. Mark it up. Okay. Now, if we continue trading lower, that's fine. We'll continue tracking pivotal highs as price moves lower, and we'll say to ourselves that it's not a problem that price action is moving bearish within a bullish narrative, because we have confirmed higher time frame. Thank you for the follow. We've confirmed higher time frame data pools as being bullish. We now need to wait for the 1 minute price action to establish that movement. So how do we define if it's establishing that movement? Does anyone want to have just a guess as to how we're doing it? How did we establish bullishness on the 15 minute, 5 minute? How did we do it? We waited for a close above, right? So how do we establish it on the 1 minute, do we think? Break the high. Hoggies hit it right. Nail on the head, mate. Close above the high. Now, at the point of closing above the high, that has given us now the thumbs up for daily bias being bullish, 15 minute being bullish, the 5 minute being bullish, and now the 1 minute has shifted its order flow from bearish to bullish. We have a collection of data pointing in the same direction. We have higher time frame points to aim for. We have full confluence backing the idea of continuation of price action from the point of shifting. Now, it's very important to understand the reason why we have to wait for this to happen is because it's not a case of, I'll show you in the realistic way in a second. When we close above, okay, like so. When we close above, now we've confirmed bullishness within this price action. Why is it so important that we see a bearish to bullish shift, even if our bias is bullish? Why are we looking for that bearish shift? Well, this becomes down to the trade mapping. And trade mapping is something that people do not take into consideration. They will say, what do you mean, trade mapping? What do you mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is when a trade is given or when an idea is presented to you, we should be completely data driven, right? We should be completely data driven. So if we're completely data driven, we don't want to be thinking about where our TP is going to go. We don't want to be thinking about where our stop loss is going to go. We don't want to be thinking about where our entry is going to go. So how do we define it? Well, it's defined on a very simple basis, and that basis is your stop loss always goes below the last valid low in a bearish movement before price goes bullish. So we're using a swing. The reason I say swing is because, you know, it's a 1 minute. We're using a protected point of price action as our stop loss. We're using the shift higher as our entry. And then we're using other points to reference for our TP. So we'll either use a 15 minute high or low, or we'll use a set risk to reward. Now this trade ends up being a set risk to reward because the 15 minute high is too close for us. So we say to ourselves, where's the last downshift before price went higher? Very simply, we can either reference the last structural point, which is this high. We can either reference this, or we can reference the last down move before price closed above. I'll show you the points. That'll be point 1. This will be point 2. So you can either trade from point 1 or point 2. Both stop losses will be below the low. Again, this is purely for playback purposes for people that were looking at the entry model itself. Okay, and then we're not taking anything less than a 2.5 risk to reward. 2.5, or this one's huge, 2.5. Now, there you go, John. Welcome in. It'd probably be the last time for a little while until people cotton onto the hype, and then I guarantee in about 6 months, it's all you're going to see. The amount of people that have come into my live stream and been like, I'm going to do this. I'm like, jump on the bandwagon, brother. There's plenty of room. You know what I mean? Just don't forget who the OG is. So again, what I was saying a minute ago, a lot of the time, when we go back to our 15-minute, we would be aiming for this 15-minute high. Right? The 15-minute high is our target point. And this is why I was saying earlier, when you've got the entry given, we've got the entry, we've got our target, we've got our stop loss, we've got the trade as a collective. There's no thinking that has to take place here. It's literally a regimented entry template. The template is delivered through price action. It's not delivered through a Fibonacci or anything like that. It's delivered through the price action that we're actually looking to trade. We'll come back down to the 1 minute. And you'll see what I mean here. Okay. There she is. There's the delivery. At the same rate, I've definitely pushed pause and it's still running. The pause button apparently doesn't work anymore. Okay. Are we seeing this chat? The pause button's just not working. Right. Okay. Looks like we're exiting the replay because it can't control itself. It's incapable of controlling itself. So that's the basis of it. So yes, it's not the most how would I say? It's not the most entertaining model. It's not the most high frequency trading model in the world, but it is consistent in the way it delivers. So it's the importance to separate yourself from the signal trading, take a tiny snippet of price, we smash TP1, smash TP2 kind of bullshit, into a true probability basis. The win rate's about 60%, give or take, 55-60%, but we're taking a minimum 2.5 risk to reward. So obviously, even with like a 40% return, 40% risk to reward, what am I saying? Even with a 40% hit rate, we can still sustain a profitable curve. Oh, I'll show you actually. On each pair or certain pairs? On each pair as a collective, it's around 55-60%. So I'm just going to pull up because Liam, who has been absolutely smashing it, he has sent me his data pool. So I'm just gonna copy the link here. I'm just gonna send it, so I'll pull it up here. Do you find the VR convenient at all? I mean, I'm sitting on my bed right now, comfortable. I don't have to be at my desk. And you could do, you know, and for example, like, you could literally lay down and you could just, you know what I mean? You could have that there. We're just chilling. You could have, you know, a different window. You don't have to have chat. You can do whatever you want, you know. You can have this up here while you're looking at this. Maybe you want, I don't know, you want your YouTube on here or whatever. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want with it. So yeah, it is convenient in that sense. But to be honest, the reason I'm using it is more because nobody else is doing it. I want to try and set pace in the industry. Everyone's doing the same thing. You scroll TikTok right now, everyone has the same thing, which is face cam and a static chart. For me, I can highlight individual points on the chart using my hands. I can literally point at certain things. You can add like gestures into it to make it more human. You get the idea of what I'm saying by the way my head moves. You know, it's a lot more interactive, a lot more entertaining, a lot more grounded. And I also think it gives that immersive entertainment vibe. I feel like the current, like the flat face cam kind of trading is good, but it's not that entertaining. You know, it's kind of boring to watch. Okay, 1 second, boys. I'm just sending it to myself. Okay, right. Pull these up. Running around. Here we go. Why is it taking so goddamn long, bro? I don't understand. Here. This is the FX replay data from Liam. This is one of my students. Running around. When it decides to load, sometime today would be freaking awesome. Okay, here he is. So he's actually got a 46% win rate. But you can see beautiful profit curve. Beautiful. So you can see here. Total winning trades, 37. Total losing trades, 43. You can see he's only taking his trades during London and New York. Again, his win rate is only through London and New York, which shows he's not doing any fluky Asia trades. Here you can see profit through time. 9 a.m. he's making a lot of money. 12 a.m. he's making a lot of money. And 2 p.m. absolutely milking it. Tried with eye tracking. It doesn't have eye tracking on the Quest 3. Not that I'm aware, anyway. And then this again is performance by day. He's running most days. He's running a 50% hit rate, except for Thursday. He's got a 25% hit rate, and Friday he's got a 30% hit rate. This is his months. So he's got a 0.6% loss on, what month is this? November. But the rest of it, 6% for September, 12% for August, 7% for July, 2.5% for June, 5% for May. Well, you can see it. You can see it. Collectively, 52.5%. These are his trades. Can you see them? Can you click on them? It's annoying that you can't click on them. But yeah, it's all there. But this is a student. This is not me. This is a student. So again, if my students are doing this, that's the main thing in the sense of I always look at it. And the students are doing it. They're picking up the system, and they're doing it well. It's irrelevant, you know, anything outside of that, because this is the proof that the system works the way it should. Rather than me being like, oh, trust me, it is so amazing. He's also using, I believe, average loss. Yes, so worst loss is 1%. Although I don't think he's using 1% risk. He must be using 1% risk. Nah, surely. I think he's using 1% risk. Yeah, I can't remember what risk he's using. 0.25%. Yeah, 0.25%. So I don't know why he's taken a 1% loss. He's literally using a 0.25% risk, and that's the data he's seeing. 0.25% risk, and he's doing 7.2% in the month, 8% in the month, 12% in the month with 0.25% risk. Crazy. So he's used 1% risk there, which is a bit strange. I don't know why he's using 1% risk there. He's using 1% there as well. Sometimes he's using 1%, sometimes he's not. I'm not sure what the basis of that is. I have to ask him about that, actually. Either way, still good. Go here. Oh, what date is that to and from? Sorry, I didn't see that. You can see it on here. It's from, so it's from here. From February through to November 2025. So he's doing last year. Yeah, it's about a year. He's still actively doing it, though. He's still actively doing it. He's not finished. That's why he shared this to me, because it allows me to check in on what he's doing, essentially, without having to message him and be like, how are you getting on? But yeah, obviously the next step after this, he's doing the same as you. Yeah. I've taught him the system. That's what I'm saying. I've taught him the system. But the next step from here is data refinement. So, for example, if there was any hours of the day where he's not making a profit, essentially, which in his case, the only time is 1 p.m., that's when we'd start to look to rule out certain things. So, for example, here, if we rule out Thursdays, we could alleviate a little bit of a loss. Again, we don't have enough data to be able to be like, oh, let's definitely rule out Thursday. But right now, from that, he's like 225 difference between that. So we could have been up another 225 if we ruled out Thursdays. 1 p.m. might be a new spike. Yeah, but this is collective. This is 6 individual trades, which are equivalent to but $325 over the space of 6 trades. So he's taken 6 individual trades at that time over different sessions, and the outcome is collectively made minus. And same as here, minus. This is 2 a.m. So he's taken a 2 a.m. trade here for some reason, and he's taken a 7 a.m. trade here as well. So obviously, definitely rule out the 2 a.m. I don't know where that's come from. Maybe he had a lapse in concentration. He is still in the very early stages, though. So real good props to him for, smashing it so much so far. But yeah, he's using the Orion trading system, which is the trading system that we just walked through on the 15-minute. Oh, gosh. Don't be afraid. If that was the high that we closed above, then that was the new high that was formed. Like this. So confirmed bearishness again would be closing below here. There's probably news soon, though. I think it's coming soon. 20 minutes, yeah. So we're not in position to be taking any trades. Our news buffer is in place. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yo, here he is. It's the man of the moment. I've just had your data up on the charts, mate. Oh yeah, yeah. I've had this one showing everybody the bases. We were talking about it a little bit. I don't know why this is zoomed in so much. Wow, why did I do that? What the fuck? But yeah. Good stuff, mate. It's good stuff. Horrid work. Remember that one, chat. There was something I was going to ask you, and what it was, are we using 1% or are we using less than 1%, or did you start off 1% and then you reduce your risk? Because we got 1% and then we got 0.25% here, here, and here, 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 here. Can you tell me about your VR or what system you got? Seems cool. Yeah, it's just a Quest 3, mate, with a PC running virtual desktop. Right, cool. Okay, yeah, I got you. I thought that was the case. Also, what we were talking about as well was once you finished, or once you can keep going with it, but once you finish your testing, then we look for data refinement. So, for example, here we've got Thursday, where collectively it ends up being a loss over a win. So we could always rule out trading Thursdays, depending on what the data tells us at the end. And again, the same time here, we've got a 2 a.m. loss here, which I reckon was probably just a fluke, maybe a lapse in concentration or something. 7 a.m. loss. Everything else, though, is good. 10 a.m. Oh. 10 a.m. Oh, so it's only a 200% loss. Yeah, so again, through time. 10 a.m. is the only one that looks a little bit close, but it's still profitable. So really, apart from 7 a.m. and 2 a.m., the rest of it's looking good. 5 p.m, insane. 2 p.m. is the moneymaker time. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, looks really good, mate. So keep smashing it. First negative month after what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. 10th month, less than 1% loss. That's insane. Keep smashing it, brother. Ooh. Higher. Smashing it, bro. Keep going, man. The main thing. Okay, so let's go back and run down what we're looking at for today. Because at the moment we are in a news buffer, which means we are kind of exempt from entering. Well, not exempt, but we're not entering based off of the fact that we don't really want to be trading into a news event. And anything 30 minutes either side of news can lead you into that news momentum. And it's okay to trade news. I've not said that you shouldn't, but for me and the way my system works, it's not something that we do. I know a lot of people that do it, so it's fine, but it's something that we need to be aware of. I just want to double check that YouTube is running correctly still, because we've had 0 viewers for so long. I have thought about streaming on Kick, Rumble, or Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Twitch might be a good one, because there's not many traders on Twitch. So what I might do is just do a couple YouTube videos a week and stream on Twitch instead of YouTube. You hear that, YouTube? Get pushing my video out. Yeah, it is slow. I think once you get a few people though, once you get a little bit of traction. Yeah. We'll see, we'll see. I think, well, I mean, look, YouTube's just as slow. We're on 0 followers, 0 viewers right now. 15 minutes still bearish. 5 minute, we've now closed below the 5 minute low, which means we're validating potentially going short again here. Like I said, we are in a news buffer currently, so bear with us on this one. Close below the low, close below this, the high point. That's still the high point. LJ, appreciate you, man. Big love. Cause I'm thinking about you. Oh. 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 I'm currently working on an edit, which is inspired from a comment on the last YouTube live stream. Because the last YouTube live stream, someone commented saying maximum dopamine, because obviously we were playing Veil, weren't we? So I was shooting people and trading at the same time. So I thought about having like a snippet of like where I'm saying, you know, what we need to do is we need to wait for this to do, and then it would just cut to me being like, motherfucker, like cut back again, and it would cut to me shooting people again, and then it would cut back to this and being like, so we just need to take care and doing it. I thought it'd be a funny short to make. I just need to edit it, which is taking a little bit of time. I thought maybe like adding some rock music or something. So adding some rock music, so like it would be nice and chill, and then when it cuts to the gun finger, like bam 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 bam, I'm like just for a laugh, really. Just for a laugh. Okay. How long till news? 11 minutes. Because we loaded into that game, didn't I? I was like, chat, you're about to see some John Wick shit. Dopamine. I was like, you're about to see some John Wick shit, and then went and killed like 4 people in one go. Although I'm saying this on, I'm not a murderer. Like Snapchat. What am I saying? TikTok. Don't ban me. We're talking about a game. You can't say the K word. Close below. That was the low to high. Yep. So we're just waiting for the 5 minute here. We close out below here on the 5. We'll see. I can't work out if that's better or worse. I think 65. I haven't traded in a little while, but I was looking at it earlier. You're about to tell me there's an entry, aren't you? Haha. Oh, before you said yeah. No, I've looked at it, but not like fully. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the love. Although there could be an entry depending on if we close bullish again within this current directional movement. We need to pull this up. 9 minutes till news. Okay, just be aware. And then we don't have any news after that for 11 hours and 44 minutes. I wonder what all the other boys are doing. I haven't heard from Joshin in ages. Haven't heard from Joshin in ages. Haven't heard from Yo! What the fuck is that? Oi, your ears must have been burning, brother. I was just about to say I haven't heard from you in ages. Haven't heard from Jin in a little while. Just chilling, man. Nice. Did you pack in like TikTok stuff? Summoned him. Yeah, literally. Like that. Appear. Just holding UJ cells. UJ cells from 159.4. 159.4 here. Yeah, nice. Love that. Love that. How you been, bro? Hope you've been well. Trying to find some balance again. Well, Josh, look, I am more than happy to spend some time with you, bro. I'm more than happy to spend some time with you to show you my system. If you want to incorporate some of it, LJ above, he's been learning it for how many hours would you say that you've been taught by me, LJ? Do you reckon? I would say it's less than 10 hours. I would say less than 10 hours, probably closer to. I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't keep track of individual students in terms of their teaching time. 5 to 10. Yeah, 5 to 10 hours. And he's seeing some insane data. This data right here. Sorry, LJ. Keep pulling up your data in front of everyone. But yeah, he's seeing some insane data. And obviously my system, it's very much a case of you can just, I hope my email doesn't open. You can just come to a chart, for example. I'll show you sacrifice gym and routine to have time on the charts. Oh, that's long. Yeah, but like I say, if you wanted to learn my system, I'm not going to be like, cough up, you know what I mean? Like, nah. I'll spend a couple hours with you, you know, every week or whatever and help you get through it. It is a simple system to learn. Simple system to learn. Well, it's not that simple, but for someone like yourself that has, experience, you'll pick it up quickly. So, for example, we've got the daily bias indicator, which tells you day bias instantly. Then the 15-minute, if we're not already in the direction we want it to be in, we're just setting a low, put an alert on it, wait for that alert to get hit. You know, we don't have to sit and wait for confluences or anything like that. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so news is in. Oh, it's not. It's not even in yet. We're fucking moving crazy, bro. We're moving crazy. What the hell? I'm going to change this though. This tune is an actual beat. Rondog? I don't know what you're saying right now in the chat. Are you like promoing someone? Is that what you're doing right now? Something. I'll tell you, let's have a look. Yeah, I can't see. I don't think he's putting anyone on. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yo, Josh, thank you for the rose. Little Tuesday Riz up. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I think I still need to actually have a little go on streaming on Twitch. What's the time? 12:15. Oh, is this VR? No, this ain't VR, man. This is my house. Nah, it's VR, bro. Yes, my man, it is VR. Yeah, I'd be pissed if I had fat fingers. Like, if my hands were this fat, I'd be pissed. Imagine. I'm confused. Why are you confused, brother? What is the VR? It's a Q3, mate. Quest 3. Meta. Meta. Trade through VR. Yeah, so this is a VR headset. This is my PC. You can see like remote desktop. So I've got my PC connected to the headset. I do. I have my PC connected to it, so it runs everything. So this is my PC, like a standard PC, and I'm just viewing it in a virtual reality through the headset. And it is a vibe, like it's a complete vibe. That's nuts, bro. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. I mean, the thing that I said earlier is the nuts thing about it is you can have it in any format you want. So let's say you didn't want it this close. Let's say you didn't want it close, you wanted it far away. We can just. I mean, we can do it like that. I think we can adjust the size of it still, make it a little bit bigger. Or we can do full screen, where it's full wraparound. And it's ginormous. We can change the format of it so it's like ultra wide. Do you know what I mean? We can do loads with it, but obviously, like that's not that usable for us because I don't know what the view looks like to you guys. But I imagine it's probably not. You know, it's not as viable as it would be if we were using it in the basis of where we are now. Now I just need to reset up this again. Put that over there. Bring this back to me. Put that back over there. Know what I mean? Thank you for the gift, whoever that was. I can't see it right now. You sold it? Good gadget? Yeah, it's good. Good. And then obviously on top of that, you know, we can use our hands. So I can literally grab it through here. I can control it with my hands. Yeah, we can put it wherever we want. Good. Like this. Although sometimes it's a bit... It's easier to do it with the remote. That's why I do it with the remote. Thank you for the Mamma Mia's Pizzeria. Appreciate you, man. But yeah. It's the only thing fucking about getting it where we want it to be. Is this where we were earlier, chat? I feel like it was closer, no? It's about here, I think. That'll do, that'll do. Obviously, you know you have to have like a relatively strong PC to run it in that sense because it needs to be able to process everything. And even my PC sometimes fucking decides it's had enough and just kicks the headset off. I feel like we've heard this tune already, no? Cheers for the love, boys. Oh. Hold on there. We closed above the high. Yep. So if we close below this low here, we close below this low, that's going to be the confirmation to sell lower. Here you go, FVG daily, and I look for short. We're bearish on it, I think. Yeah. We're bearish on it. We just want to see a shift on the 15-minute, which leads us into continuation down. Now, the problem we've had at the moment, it's not necessarily a problem, but we... Hang on, is there a high there? That's not a high. Surely that's 5-minute, though. Hang on a minute. Close above the high here. That was your low. We closed below the low right there. That was the high point. Hang on. What's going on here? We got skewed data charts or something? Welcome in, everyone. That was your high. Closed again. Okay, cool. That well threw me off then. I don't know what we were looking at. Get rid of that and that. Let me see. I got another little, I'll show you. I got this. Which I think looks like fun. It's similar to Veil, but I think it's a bit more. I think they've got a little bit more realistic in terms of the data for it. I mean, I might be wrong. Yeah, it looks like Counter-Strike. Yeah. Although I don't know how Counter-Strike. I mean, he's dual wielding mini Uzis right there, so I don't know. But yeah, I haven't had a go yet. At the moment, it's just there for as and when. The problem we've got, well, not a problem necessarily, but the thing with it is, I'm relatively restricted to what I can do because obviously my mic is stationary, and then I have to have the PC within reach. Jonathan, thanks for the follow. Oh, did I actually finish my coffee? Oh yeah. Grabbing a coffee. You guys can't see it. I'm not actually drinking a coffee, it's just make believe. I just pretend. Change environment. I'll be honest, this one is like quite chill. We have options for environments, but we're kind of, you know, stuck with like 4 different environments. One's like a really poor, like, what's it called? Like aquarium style. And then we've got, what are the other ones? Spawn. We've got the mountain view one, which is the one we normally do, and then we've got this one, which is like nighttime vibes. We could change it to the mountain view one. The only thing is, it's just like a little bit bright. I'll show you. See, it's just chill. I don't know why it shifts though. Like I've not moved, so. This is the one that we've been using most. But yeah, it's where's my mouse gone? There it is. I'm like hunting for my mouse. Ugh, that's disgusting. So, peoples, don't forget the Discord is there. If you want to join the Discord, you can. I'll put this here. Oh, I knew it was going to do that. The second I picked it up, I knew it was going to do that. I've been dicking about with the screens a lot this stream. Obviously, normally we don't mess around with them too much because they're just in place and that's where they stay. Okay, that will do for now. Just imagine $500 max for living and life. In what? Vanetti? Vanat? Vanat? Banan? Vietnam? Okay, so we're pretty quiet right now. Can't lie about that one. Oh, just imagine $500 max for living and life in Vietnamese in Vietnam. Nice, mate. You live in Vietnam then? Oh, baby, I was numb. Now you're the one that I'm calling. Close below this low. That was your high. That was your low point. This is the point we need to see price close above to validate that entry long. Right here. Going to 2 years to Indonesia or somewhere else and trading there. Nice. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. That'll be sick. Cause I'm sick of falling down. Okay, so the COT data is like even on this. We got 57.6, 57.4. So we don't even have like a difference in the COT data. They're equally being shorted, both currencies, by Institute. So on the higher time frame, we should expect it to be exactly what we're seeing, relatively choppy and sideways. Yes, we've seen price come higher, but then since we sort of just chopped in between, we haven't really done a huge amount. What an absolute classic. Let's go and have a look at one point 1.13 is XRP right now. They tried to find me when Kano comes to town. When Kano comes around. Slipping. That's slipping. That's slipping. Even on my P's and Q's. Between me and you. P's and Q's. Let's try and have a look at something quickly. And I'm losing. London to Leeds. do it. It's fine. Do it from here. Even on my P's and Q's. Okay. So this is the basis of what I was about to explain earlier. And the basis here is using higher time frame money out areas to validate lower time frame money out areas. This form of delivery is using multi-time frame confirmation to potentially trade. So the basis is this. If we have a money in on a higher time frame, we use it as a point of interest to validate lower time frame money in, money out. Okay, so each green line is going to represent an hourly money in. Each red line is going to represent an hourly money out. Now, this is going to be completely based off of what the indicator is telling us. That's it. Okay, so we'll track it together and see how we do. Play it again. Bum 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 bum. We actually had an entry for. I think this is just the standard entry, is it not? I think this is just the standard entry. Maybe not. Either way, I'm not too bothered. Let me just see. Yeah. So you go to link me at the coffee shop. So your entry, did we tap into that area? Are we calling? No, we're not. We didn't. Okay, let's go back to the hourly here. Thank God. I can never damn Chuck Norris. Okay, so the hourly has given us this area right here. We're now tapping into it. If we see our money in on the 15-minute, we will trade within the area. Unless we're doing exactly what price is doing here, where it's going lower. So right here, you'd look to trade it off of this. Doesn't look like it's going to tap in. But that's the basis of what we do, right? We'd look to trade it off of this area. Because this area is representing a formation of a lower time frame, so the 15-minute creation of the same area that we're seeing on an hourly. Okay, so we saw a move higher, which is great because that was exactly what we wanted to see. Remember, this is just purely, I need to highlight that, purely based off of what we can see in a lower time frame. So I'm gonna open up a coffee. I was about to say coffee shop. Oh, it's fucking up my body clock. Oh, and it ran beautifully again. Damn. You know, the funny thing is, actually, if we go to this. Oh, you men are so insecure, man. It's a joke. I'm the GOAT. I'm dropping bangers on your baby moms. 1 hour. What are we telling them? Why is it not buying here then? Here. Go back to the 15-minute. What? Inactivity. The weirdest shit, mate. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, so we'll be looking at this basis. Excuse me. Look at just trading off of it on its own. Doesn't work, right? Does not work. But when you're using the for example, the daily confirm, and then we use cancellation after 2 hours or 3 hours actually. Wait, do we want to cancel it after 3 hours? How many hours is that? 1, 2, 3. So we'll do it at 4. So that should be longing here. Oh no, because it's using the daily bias. Duh. There we go. I don't know why this didn't trade though. Weird. This one we need to see. Wait, we're on replay still, right? Yeah. Leave it. This would be your. I don't know why it doesn't give you an option to change the color of it instantly when it pops up. Makes you wait. Okay, so you'd look to trade off of this area here. Let's see what happens. Is there an hourly area that's forming? Yes, there is. So we'd also look for. So we take preference over the most recent rather than using the previous. What we don't want to do is continually hunt for sales. If there's a new area created, we'll take that over the previous area. We can change the color of this. Back down to the 15-minute. So we're looking for our money in. Go get my money. My 20%. Okay, there will be one that's going to form here. Right there. And we'd look to buy from this up into the highs. Doesn't work. It actually sells off of the hourly area that we had on the higher time frame. So in this basis, we had the area that was created. We had an entry that was given here just before it tapped in. So if we'd have not taken this and taken the buy, it wouldn't have worked for us. The only reason why we might not have taken the buy is because we could have already been in the sell. Potentially. Depends how well you were managing it. It's 9 a.m. So yeah, you probably would have been in the sell, but at the same time, we'll just call it a no. We'll call it a loss for this. No trade for the sell. Damn. Is that news? Holy shit. Holy shit. Baiting. 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 Look at that for an entry. Look at that. Oi, oi. That was your entry right there. Stop loss would go above that. High point. Target? We'll probably say 3R for the target. But you could probably run it less, to be honest. We should leave it at 2.9. See if it gets there. It does. Clean. Same thing again. We're back into this area now. So because we've... no, this is an existing strategy already, mate. This is an existing strategy. This is the money in, money out multi-time frame. I'm going to do a video on it for people to actually go and use. And then what we're going to do is we're going to host a session. Thank you for the follow. We're going to host a session for all of the existing members to learn it so they can then test it to collect data, because what everyone keeps asking for is a strategy that you can use the indicators with that are on the website. So then what I'll do is I'll put the video that I taught all of the guys that are going to they're going to learn it on the site that you receive when you purchase the indicator itself. You'll receive a video that you'll be able to then use. Okay, so we had the sell down from this. Now we've tapped into here. Change the color on this. So the 15-minute, we're looking for a money in to potentially form on the 15-minute. Will we form a 15-minute money in? I don't think we will. Wow, the chop is crazy. Okay, there's an entry point. So here is now your new point of entry. We'd look for a continual move higher here. We'll just go for a 1 to 3 again. Oh, this is with market close on a Friday. This is market close on a Friday. We're not taking that. That is not a relevant trade. This is literally, look, it's literally 11 o'clock, 8 p.m. I didn't see the time. I'm sitting there looking at this thinking, wow, that looks like us. That's why. Let's fast forward into the new week. Okay, same thing. Did we revisit? Doesn't look like we revisit. Bum 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 bum. Wrap up with the windows up. Actually, I think I could use this. I could use this, couldn't I, instead of me market? No, I couldn't. It doesn't mark the same points. No, I couldn't. Hey. Appreciate it, man. Big love. See, do we form a money in down here? No. No, we don't. So neither of those areas were contacted. So neither of them ended up being used. Did we close below? Wait, we didn't? What? We didn't close below. Wow, okay, so there could be an entry then. Yeah, it's a bit central. Giving it all the digging deep and that, we ain't about that. We ain't about it. Honestly, very unlikely trade. Very unlikely trade. I would be out of that before we run that low. You know why? Because this is literally a full day right here. This is 7 all the way through with hours. We hit close. So you would be in, but I would say if anything, you take a break even or a very, very minor loss. Come back to the hourly. It keeps showing itself perfectly at market close. It's like the market close strategy. Just don't trade it. Here. Yep, again, that would not have worked from the high. This is a very, very long-term position. We need to go back to the 1 hour here. So the relevance really should be with the most recent area created. So if we create a money in, we don't want to refer back to the previous. We generally want to be trading. Sorry, if we make a new money in, we don't want to be referring back to a previous money in. And same with the money out. If we make a new money out, we don't want to refer back to previous money outs. So for example here, this is valid from this area. Doesn't give you anything, which is fine. But if we create a new money in, or a new money out, for example here, we'll reference the money out and the money in together. But we're not going to refer back to previous from here. So because this area is being tapped into, we're not going to take the sell, we're going to look for a buy. The buy comes, no tap in for us. That's the basis. We're gonna teach it to a handful of people, and then once those guys have tested a little bit, there'll be my data, their data, and then we can use that as a collective idea of what we're looking to do, which is, it's a good thing. So let's set some alerts for where we are right now on price. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So again, here, we'd still be using this as a relevant spot, and we'd still be using this as relevance. We get a beautiful push higher. Was there an entry given down here off of that? There was, so that's a disgusting entry. Can't run away from yourself. So yeah, just 3R. Nice. Same thing. Wait for the hourly. Guys, remember the daily bias indicator, which you can see on my screen, which is calling daily bias during this bullish price action. You can go and get that for free on the website. Completely free. Oh, I forgot to go to the 15-minute. Look at that. We TP on this. Oh, this is disgusting. We TP on this. Then price action gives you a bearish move. You'd have your stop above the high, same as we showed it here, below the low, above the high. You'd aim for a 1 to 3, and we'd get that as well. That's actually rotten, mate. That's dot cotton right there. That is actually rotten. In at the street. Okay, I'm just going to stay on the 1 hour until we tap into the areas, because otherwise we could spend a lot of time skipping back and forth when we don't really need to. Run away from yourself. Yeah, there was an entry given, but no tapping on that. That looks very fundamental, but regardless, if you'd have taken the trade below that area, that would have been a loss. See what happens on the hourly. See if we get any tap in. Every day a gunshot. Another entry given from this point. Below the low. 1 to 3. Back to the hourly. That's your high point. Yeah, that's cool. 901 Chevy Drive. Look alive, look alive. Okay, no tag in on that. Okay, we will go back down and look at that, but this is definitely fundamental, so it's not something that we'd be trading. Yeah, there's nothing there. Nothing in there. Obviously, you're not taking this after all this time. Let's see here. Push me to the edge so it really ate. We're just waiting for tap-ins to these areas. And I'm out here with the ooh. Holy moly. Off she goes. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. I don't know why it says, look, where it says, so-and-so lit up their gift gallery. Good for them. Why do I care? Why do I care, bro? Right, come on, chat. Light up my gift gallery. I don't even know if I got a gift gallery, have I? How do I know if I got a gift gallery or not? I'm gonna spend the money. No bearish movement from that. Okay. There was an entry there. That would have been a stop out. 100% that would have been a stop out. Let's see how we let's see. Secondary entry that was given didn't tap in. Secondary entry was here. Didn't tap in. Notice how a lot of these areas, even if they're not given entries, are given a disgusting move away. LJ, thank you for the roses, bro. I appreciate it. Big love, man. Big love, brother. Thank you, dude. Oh, what the fuck? That's actually disgusting, lad. Yo, LJ. Thank you, man. Wow. Okay, right. Do we tap into there? Oh, yo, thank you. Oh, is that what it... Is it like certain amount of certain gifts? Is that how you do it? Yeah, it constantly notifies me up here. It's like, so-and-so got a gallery. I'm like, not a gallery, or a galaxy. I'm like, fucking good for them. You know what I mean? Tell River sent them the galaxy to send me a galaxy. Then I can get put on people's things saying I got a galaxy. No, I don't actually care, but I just don't know why it notifies me. Like, I don't actually care. What? How do we miss that? Let's see. Was there an... There was actually an entry in there. What? That's actually rotten. That's Dot Cotton right there. What was it? I'll comment 500 times. Oh, yeah. Oh, 500 times? Wait, I don't know what my challenges are, actually. Shall we see? For this week? Might be a missing... Is it going to show me or not? Let me pull you onto here for a second, chat. Here we go. The YouTube 2-hour 45-minute stream, no viewers. Live for 550 minutes. Receive 100,000 likes. You boys have got your work cut out. Go live for 5 days. Receive 1,600 comments. That's this week. 1,600 comments. Show tip. What's the tip? Oh, use sound and camera effects to celebrate big moments with your viewers. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Bro, that is a fucking lot. Yeah, that's a lot. 100k likes. Alright, TikTok. Calm it. Guys, don't forget to go and grab yourselves the indicators via the link in the bio. Make the most of it. Okay, we'll go to the 15 minutes, see if there's an entry in here. It's giving the jankest entries ever. Although this is early hours of the morning, it's like 1 AM, so. Pick up the phone, yeah. See what I mean about TikTok? It's weird. At one point we had like 20 something people and it was just popping off at the bottom saying so and so joined, so and so joined, so and so joined. Now it hasn't said anyone's joined for ages. Right, we'll do a couple more entries here, and then we'll tally up what the total is for this short-term test. Okay, we get down to 15-minute here. No entry. Does it give us an entry for the sell move? Oh, it actually entered. Okay, then. Whether we'd enter that or not, though, it's a bit subjective. I think it's a bit long in terms of the wait time. No, I mean, bit long in terms of the wait time. So I think we'll count that out. No entry there. Go back to the hourly. Was there an entry given here? There was. Do we tag in though? We do tag in. Stop. Thank you. But it was. Yeah, I mean, we'd probably take it. Big sell. With the 15-minute here, let's go back to this. With this trade here, I don't think we would have hit any significant targets. Yeah, we wouldn't have hit any significant targets. No tapping on any of these areas. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, tap into there and a tap into there. Martz, thanks for the share, appreciate it. Yeah. Ain't no telling. Okay. Get the move higher from that. The entry was here. I personally think you probably would have taken a stop, depending on how far you put your stop loss. Obviously, you could have made your stop loss bigger and stayed in, but I think you're more likely to have taken a stop. So we'll just tell it. We'll not tell it, but we'll just say it's a stop, because we'd rather have an extra loss on there than have an extra win on there. Now, why is that? Because you're better off having data that has more negative impact than positive impact, because if the data still comes out as good, even though you've got X amount that are false, for example, that aren't really entries that you would be in or entries that you take a loss on, but you still count them into the data and the data still comes out positive, it means that that's a good thing, right? So we'll do it from here. So -1. Break even. Break even. TP. So that's a 3. We'll call it, everyone's going to be 3. Okay? So that's +2. No entry was given there because it missed. No entry there. We're still +2. +5. +8. +7. +10. Have we gone back this far? I don't think we've gone back this far, have we? That's it. So +10 across. How long was that we looked at that? Beginning of July. So we can call it the 1st. The 1st until the 4th of August. So just over a month. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Right. I think that little back test means that we now need to go to current price action. We'll take a look at what current price action is telling us. I imagine LJ's got all the live updates. He invite me to the telly, keep the play with me when I go to check a beach. Ain't no telling. Help on the case they wanna solve. They never help. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. No telling. So there is a bullish entry from the previous area that was just given here. This would be your entry point. So I'd be interested to see what happens with this. Your entry would be just tagged in. Let's see. We'll just make it a little bit more transparent. Order that Alfredo pasta. Okay, so it's like a little faint one. We'll see what happens there. But in terms of what we're looking at for our actual system, this is back into a bullish directional move, so we're not interested in trying to scrape that for a long. This is bullish as well. This is Euro British Pound is also in a bullish range currently. GU also in a bullish range. Everything's shifting bullish right now. Bullish range also. Bullish range also. Bearish range but bullish bias. Looks like everything's sort of running against what we'd like to see, which isn't a big deal. It just means that we need to understand we have to wait for it to shift. Okay. I think that's a cue to go and test out the new download. Shall we? Let's. Choose your dominant hand. You can stand or sit when playing. Press fix height button when you are in your playing position. Let me sit up a little bit. Cool. Your microphone is not enabled. Done. I don't want to enable it. Press down the left joystick for team talk. Press down the right joystick for all talk. Use you. Wait. Press X on the left controller. Okay. Yeah. What? Bringing your controller close and pressing grip. It's fucking gone, mate. So. Oh, what? That's a bit. It's a bit dead, isn't it? Well, there's no button to unlock it. Oh, there is a button to drop the mag. Okay. Still. What happens if I completely... 1 second. We'll see what happens. Okay, we do have to cock it. Okay, right. Move around. Yeah. Oh, why does it give me that narrow field of view though? What's that about? Okay. 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 Yeah, this is like Counter-Strike, you're right. Press down the left. I don't want to do that, but thanks. So glad it's complete. Wait, we're starting a game? Is it? Oh, what? Has this disconnected? It done this last time, didn't it? No trading today? ... At the moment, no. But we do have... I am definitely getting shot right now. We have a couple of things that we are looking at. It'd be super useful if... super useful. Wasn't being fucking weird. I'm not really sure what's going on here. This guy's absolutely cracked. There we go. What's going on with the desktop? I'm not too sure. Okay, turns out chat's just not available. What's going on? Good lord. There we go. Cool. Right, so the same base is still in place, boys. Let's just have a double check, make sure. It ain't easy. Look at that trade, though. That's working so good. That's working so good. Let's see. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. What can I pick? I'll have a go with this. I lie, that's actually awful. Get rid of that. This. Oh, they're bots. That's why. I'm like, what? I feel like this is not the one. The whole like... The whole blocked FOV when we're running is not the one. Oh, I didn't pull the pin. Get the fuck back from me, bro. Get executed. And you as well. Get out of here. Oh. Okay, right, yeah, that's enough of that. I'm not really feeling this. Oh wow. Did you trade it? What are we out at? Oh, empty. Stupid. Oh, you did trade it, yeah? Yeah, I mean, the thing with the, I don't know, have you tested USD Swiss franc or USD CAD, is it? I mean, that's working so good. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that because we don't know how far it's going to run. Yeah, I probably would just because you don't want to trade it if the probability isn't as good. You know what I mean? Um, you want to make sure that you do have a decent, a decent return on it. We don't want to just, jump straight in on something and then it be completely wrong. Obviously, it's not super unlikely, but it is also. It's not like it's just gonna. Not just gonna be good immediately. A lot of the time, it works on most systems. Most pairs, sorry. I don't even know where I'm looking. I think I'm better off with this, to be honest. This is like, I don't know. What is this? What is this? The org? Oh, what in the what? Brothers in a fucking. Ah, yes, yes. It's connection error, of course. Yes, 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 yes. Of course. This ain't the one. This is not the one. Not the one. What is this? There's no. Merit to the game. Oops, upside your cranium. Here? Yeah, so apparently everything's disappeared and there's no more running programs. We're in some serious difficulties right now. Okay, what about chat? Can we get chat? There we go. That ain't the one. Uninstall, mate, yeah. We'll go battle for 10 minutes. And then we'll be off. It's actually insane how well that's working. I'll show you the other ones I was looking at. I was looking at where are we? Yeah. I was looking at where was the one? What's the name of it? Boneless. So many. Zero caliber. I think this might have been one of them. Yes, this was one of them that I was looking at. It looks intense. A bit of CQB. We've got like full armory, all that kind of stuff. I mean, looks quite cool. But again, till you try it, you don't really know, do you? Trust me, listen. Bone Labs, I've heard this is good. Apparently this is like Counter-Strike. Granny with a gun in her bag. This looks a lot more Counter-Strikey, doesn't it? Isn't that a Call of Duty map? Or very close to. Player stats. Yeah, that looks like Counter-Strike, doesn't it? Maybe we'll give that a try at some point. How much is it? £8. CQB training area. Nah. Actually? Is it good though or not? That's the thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You have my attention. Yeah. Me. I don't know why this is taking so long. Is there an update? Must have been. So. Yeah, that's what I was looking at with the other ones. The only page we have open. A cherry and fruit. Where's chat? This is what I want to know. Where's chat? Chat's just disappeared. has me. What's the time now? Probably 15 minutes or so. Alright. Alright, I'll come off then. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We need to finish the live stream. The missus needs to go to the doctors. YouTube, peace and love.